All right, guys. So we hopping in here kind of under the gun. This is definitely gonna be a two round type situation. We're in the 296. I'm not supposed to be. That was never my intention. You're not gonna get a good. Not gonna get a good lap because we cut the cut the pit lines or whatever. Actually, the 296 actually might be better for this track because it does handle a little bit better. But we'll see. Try to get at least get a feel. Whew, this is gonna be rough. So the plan will be this lap and this. This race will be kind of like a warm-up race. See how we do with the 296. If I need to switch to the 4.5 Italia, we'll do that. But yeah, we out here. Too early. We'll get it. Okay. Getting it. Yeah, we'll get it. Just kind of filling out things with the 296. Yeah, let's go. Turn on the heart rate sensor. Testing. Cool. Okay. Try to get this shared out right quick. All right, we got a 17 lap race. What are the race rules right quick? Race settings, rolling start, tire wear. So I don't see any race penalties or whatever. Hey man, you gotta get them started somehow, man. No saying, man. Gotta start somewhere. Yeah, man, I don't have high hopes for this one. Mostly because I literally just hopped in. Just got back not too long ago from catching up with my homie. And, you know, just decided to try to go ahead and hop in. I want to be able to get at least 2 races in. I was kind of a little premature on this one though, because this is entirely too quick. I didn't have time to do any practice laps. Not really. I chose the wrong car. But we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it do what it do though. So. Hey man, that's why we still going. You're right. Excuses are monuments or nothing. That's why we still gonna race. We still gonna get out here. We ain't gonna let it stop us. You know, it's gonna be what it's gonna be, and we gonna learn from it. You know, that's why I just say it's gonna be almost like a practice race, so we can get our little strategy together. So this is 17 laps. So no minimum number of pit stops, but over 17 laps, we'll definitely have to pit for, I'll watch the fuel, and we'll watch the tires as well. But right now with these guys, I just want to see kind of where just staying alive and on track gets us. As we can see, there's one down. Like I said, we are in a 296 in this dope little livery. next thing I got to do is I got to get me a livery of my own. I don't know if Mickey is, not sure what's up there. Get our rhythm back. Oh. That's not how you get the rhythm back. Sheesh. Yeah, we'll get our practice laps in now. So right now, my goal is to try to just get familiar with the car, familiar with the track. This is my first time racing this track with this car. put down the fastest lap. If we don't do that, we might get penalties. I need to figure out my turn-in point for that first corner. That's what's killing me. This is crazy though. Even with brake balance all the way to the front, you need to pull it back a little bit. Somewhat. So there are definitely going to be people like this guy in front of me who like spin out and wreck and stuff. We got 17 laps. The problem is I'm not super comfortable yet. And at this level, you know, guys aren't super fast, but you can pretty much expect them to know how to stay on track, which at a certain point you just don't have enough time to catch everybody if they're just going around the track, even if they're going around like a second or two slower than you. So being in 14th with, you know, 12 laps left, we still got a pit. So there's some opportunity there for it's a mix. And actually some of the fastest guys in the world are on controller. But you do have guys on rigs, like I know some personally on rigs. So not really. The game does a great job of, I mean, Gran Turismo does a great job of making this game accessible on controller. But as far as there's like, you know, consistency over time, engaging your whole body versus just your hands and your thumbs. I mean, like I say, some of the fastest guys, particularly on Gran Turismo, are on controller, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's easier. It's a different kind of skill set, I'd say. Because in order to be fast on here, you have to drive manually, which means you have to shift the gears. You have to be able to apply brakes gradually. You can't just, you know, press brakes all the way and press gas all the way. You got to be able to like catch yourself and stuff like that. And just being able to engage more of your muscles and that type of stuff is just more helpful. here. Almost died. Yeah, I've got to work on that first corner. Wow. Yeah, they got completely lost there. Wow. I forced him off track. Okay. Sure. Let's say this is our little test race. But also, like I say, I've never used this car on this track before. And I don't like it. Yeah, it's kind of silly. Yeah, my goal right now is just to get my consistency and pace up. We'll pit next lap. Be a little over halfway through the race, and we'll do a little break here. Yeah. Okay, so you gotta do mediums, then you gotta do hards. Okay. This is cool. We good. Alright, don't worry, we're gonna lock in next race. All the tires. Sheesh. 3 seconds is so long. So right now, based on where we are in this race, the goal is to not come in last. And start putting down some clean laps. Figuring out some good braking points. So in the hards, I definitely will be braking before the 200 or turning in earlier. One of the two. Okay, so braking right before the 200 is not the fastest brake point, but it keeps us from overshooting, which keeps us from getting a penalty. So worst case, right there, no, we'll be safe. Here, little dab, throw the weight to the front. So that turn right there feels like a 90 degree, like a regular turn, but it's actually not. It's more like a 75, 80 degree turn. It's sharper than the 90, so I need to remember that.
Subscribe to the channel.
Hey, appreciate you for subscribing. Just putting in some practice laps, just so happens to be during race time. No bueno. Much better to take that corner. So the strategy next race would be start out on, well, qualified. Start out on racing hard tires instead of mediums. And I don't know, I might stick with the 296. I've kind of gotten it figured out, I think. had to get the brake bias under control. There's a little oversteering. Guys, this is the last round of the Manufacturers Cup. After this past Wednesday's race, we moved up to 8th in Alabama. Still first in our little region, our area, whatever. Trying to see what we can do. After this race, we'll look at the numbers and see what our best case scenario is. Put in a good quality lap so that we're not starting in the back of the pack, and go from there. I don't know if shifting up in the third there is best. Lap. What up, Zay? Yeah, bro, we're in the final round of the Manufacturers Cup. We got on a little bit earlier because when I was racing Wednesday, what happened was there were 2 races left, and I ended up not being able to actually enter but only 1 race. So I wanted to make sure I could at least race twice, which was pivotal because I got on trying to get all my streaming stuff together. I had like 2 minutes to actually join this race, and I actually was in the wrong car on the wrong tires. I didn't get a chance to really do any laps. This is my first time with this car on this track, and basically took this race to try to figure it out. So that was kind of my fault for not looking at stuff up first. But like my boy Ricardo said, excuses are man. So we moved up to 8th. We were 10th at the beginning of round 5, at the end of round 5, we moved up to 8th. This is the last round, so we're gonna see how far we can move up once we get out of this lobby right quick. And depending on how much time I got, they actually released some new cars. So we got a new Porsche 992 Porsche 911 GT3R, a Hyundai Group 4 race car, and the Xiaomi Xiaomi SU7 Max or Ultra, one of the electric joints. So we'll take a look at all of those. I'll probably pop on the VR headset so we can look at those at the inside of those. And yeah, so yeah, this points table. So coming in 16th, you get 14 points. As of right now, what I just come in 14th or something like that. So I would get 17 points if I just walked away right now, then race again. But obviously, we want to get as many points as possible. With a max of 38, we want to see what we can do, and we're gonna get ourselves together here. Okay. So, where's this at? Yeah. So sim racing is about to blow up in the U.S. It's big everywhere else already. I went to probably like one of the first big sim gaming expos last September, and the support that we got. I know the guy that put it together. He spent his life savings putting it together. He did an amazing job, and it was important because the support that he got from like some of the biggest sim manufacturers was like it was crazy. Got to talk to some of the like the presidents and CEOs of the companies that make a lot of the sim gaming equipment and stuff, and they were saying that they were very impressed and that they actually have been looking for a way into the US market, but because there's no like expo or event that's here, they really haven't had an opportunity to kind of showcase what they have that wouldn't require them to spend like obscene amounts of money, like standing up a storefront or something like that. So that was a great way for them to kind of come over to the US, kind of see what the temperature was like, and kind of have something to look forward to. They actually revealed some new products there. Normally they would do that in some other events overseas, but yeah, it's blowing up here. So you're gonna see sim racing stuff like all over. In Chicago, this guy had a sim racing bar, and at first when they told us about it, I was like, maybe it's just a bar, and he's got like maybe one or two of these rigs. He had 10 rigs, and they were like top of the line rigs, like full motion and everything. They were all synced up. You could have like league races there. That was dope. Oh yeah. Yeah, Texas. I know they got, a pretty decent sized scene out there as well. But it's coming to everybody, and it's great because COVID kind of made it legitimate. So a lot of guys that normally would actually race real cars had to take the alternatives they could get, and that was building a sim rig. Oh, pixel speed. Yeah, I'll look them up. Let's see. So point rankings right quick. So we are, like I say, first in the county, eighth in Alabama, 361st in our, prospective manufacturer, which is Ferrari, and Yeah, we're top 25 regionally. We'll take that. So let's see. Hey, shout out to Orlando, man. See you out there. So, like I say, locally we're 8th. Let's see what the possibilities are. So, Ferdy didn't race, and we are raced last time. We were pretty much neck and neck. Based on his last races, I don't know if something came up. Looking at his points, I would say best case scenario, we get the same amount of points for him. Um, yeah, really. If you get 30, say I got 35 points, you know, mm, the best I could get is third if nobody above me up to third place gets any more points. That would basically have to be the case for me to get third. Um, yeah, let's see what we can do. Oh yeah, so we want to go ahead and enter. Definitely want to change the car. Get it to my 458. How much time I got? 7 minutes. Okay. And I'm gonna make sure we change the oil right quick on it. Uh, Two 458s. Oh, that's group 4. I got 2 group 4s. I need to sell one. But all right, yeah. So back in Italia, we're gonna change the oil. Pop this little gift card right quick. So these are group 3 races. So you're required to use a group 3 car, which basically is um, certain spec cars. So they're based on production cars, but they've had certain levels of modifications to them in Group 3. So they're like a step above road cars. They have a certain amount of added aero and downforce. There's some other technical specifications for Group 3 cars, but for the most part, it's nothing crazy as far as like, you know, specifically supercars, but they are actual like real race cars. So, I didn't change the oil. Forgot just that quick. Now I like this livery. We might change it right quick. I'll look and see if we have something that kind of piques my interest. I need a custom livery. That is what I need. But I don't have one yet. So till we get one, I'll try to find another dope one for this last race. What's this? Huh. Okay, that's cool. Mm. This 458 Italia is it. I think one of the best looking cars on the face of the planet, man. It is such a smooth car. I like something's not too crazy. What does he got on here? Oh, sumo wrestler. Matte two-tone joint. Do we want to go full Sony fanboy? I think we do. Yeah, I like that. Yes, yeah, full Sony fanboy. We'll do it. All right. So I actually printed something to 3D printed something to help keep this cord off my back. Hopefully that works out. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, we about to be cooking. All right, let's get entered into this last race. Well, next race. I don't know why they hadn't updated the little icon right there. Coming in right under the wire. Oh yeah, if every car is viable. So now they have a particular group of cars. So where is it at? Once the race starts, we can look at the race details. And I can show you where they actually tell you which cars are viable or not. Oh yeah, already. So already I almost messed up. So I was on racing mediums. I need to switch to the racing hards right quick. 22 seconds. Whatever. All right, so 144. So last in that first race, I did a 140, either a high 148 or 149 low. The guy with the fastest lap, he did like a 147, but definitely think I could, kind of compete with that. So Zay, to answer your question, we're about to get the race details here. So, um, car used. It says garage car. Does it say actual group? Yeah. So regulations down here. It says category group 3. So, just kind of looking at the cars here, you can kind of see. We got like a Mazda RX-8 or RX Vision. Oh, they just changed. So he's got a Ford GT race car, RX Vision, 911 RSR, Ferrari 458 Italian, 911 Citroen, BMW M6 GT3. So it's really like Honda NSX. So it's really Group 3 is really like road cars that have been modified for racing. So suspension, aero, downforce, and some other stuff. But we're definitely going to get into this warm up. Oh, it's about to end. Okay. Well, either way, we ready. So one thing I noticed, everybody else seemed like they were on racing mediums. So, which might be interesting. Because I imagine it makes sense to want to be on mediums for your warm up. It makes sense. For your qualifier. So, one thing that we kind of have to think about next time, if it is the next time, also got to be careful going out those pits because I definitely got a penalty coming out of there last time. Definitely can kind of keep some more speed going into that corner. It's weird because it's kind of slanted and going uphill. So that corner is kind of tricky. And it's literally like a big 180. Should be warm. As warm as they're going to get because I only have so much time. So we are on a disadvantage time-wise on the mediums. So I don't expect the qualifying time to be super competitive. On the racing hards. So I don't know if my time will be super competitive. Only having 5 minutes for a qualifier. It's crazy how much more comfortable I am with this car. Looks like 149 might be it for us. Yeah. 11th. Oh yeah. Ugh. So that's interesting. So the fastest guy, actually right now, the fastest guy, he ran a 147.9. I ran a 149.7, I think. So basically 2 seconds slower. But the fact that I was on racing hards means I don't know how many seconds faster you are on mediums than you are hard, which you're definitely faster just because of the tire. So I would say that I don't think there's anybody in this lobby that is necessarily faster than me, but I don't know, we'll see. I'm not worried about my race pace compared to the other guys. Yeah. Let's go. That's right, man. Ugh. I'll pause the music here in a second. Man, if anybody knows how to factory reset a Stream Deck, let me know, because my Stream Deck has been frozen. Just with my Tech Gen Gaming logo on it for the longest, so I've been having to use my keyboard. They get it. Let's go. If y'all hadn't done so, man, go ahead, hit that like button. Definitely makes me go a little faster. Sir, appreciate it. You're gonna get it. Jose, man, remind me. I gotta brief you on what happened at work Friday, man. Sir, yes, sir. There we go. Bro, my dog is up here. He got his ass facing right towards me, and he is killing me, man. He is letting me have it. Go. His radar up. Break a little early. And there's one. Already moving up. And this is, I don't know why everybody's fighting right here. Us. Fault, bro. I'll let him go. That was my fault. Not so bad. Bro. So, first lap. Gotta get around this guy, he is killing me. I'll pass him right here on the straight. Going defensive. So I'll pass this guy on the penalty area right here. case y'all don't know, purple means that that is the best time for that sector out of everybody on the track. I don't know what this guy got going on. He about to mess up through this little section right here. Them dirty tires. Alright guys, so doing pretty good so far. 3 laps. And we have made up, we started 12th, we're 8th now. Something like that. Definitely can make up some more spots. And I want that fastest lap as well. I don't see any reason why I can't have it. I just need some clear air to get it. I need to get it while I'm on the mediums before I have to switch to the hard tires. So every time there's a green time up there, that means that's my best time that I placed. But somebody else has placed a better time on the track for that sector. Even with messing up there, still set a best time. Not a penalty. Alright. We're about to cross this guy off the list here soon. Wow. So I just ran a 148.893. Fastest lap was a 148.813. So we got this, guys. Time of anybody for that sector. We're running these guys down. wide right there. Hey, Xavier, tell Bradley I'm racing right now, man. It's called me. All right, so we're gonna have to think about pitting in the next 3 to 4 laps, maybe. Tires still feel good. We've still been kind of setting decent times. Definitely got a penalty there, I think. Nice. Slowing down a little bit. See if we can't catch up to these, at least this 5th place guy before we have to pit. I believe I do. The only reason I say this is because I don't think that these tires are going to last the whole race. There's no minimum pit stop on this. Oh, no. There is. So it's weird. The rules say there's no minimum pit stop, but there's a minimum. I mean, you have to use 2 compounds of tires. You have to use the mediums and you have to use the hards. So technically, no. Realistically, yes. Somebody else ran wide. So they're fighting, so that's going to slow them down because they can't take the best line. Can I catch him here? So the thing that I've been trying to remember is unless I know I can make a move on somebody and it stick, don't even go for it. Because avoiding a penalty or ruining my race or somebody else's race, it's not worth it. time on them there. Like, do I take this or do I just bump him so that we can catch? So these mediums are getting a little sketchy. So I'm going in to the pits because I saw the guy in second go in. So, shoot. Yeah, a couple other guys are going in. So Simmer, the Canadian, he was in second, I believe. He went to the pits, switched to, was he on hards and switched to mediums? So as right now, only me and Simmer have pitted. So the way I look at it, gotta remember these are fresh, cold tires. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so me and Simmer have pitted, so everybody else still has to pit. So anybody that's in front of me that hadn't pitted, that's not Simmer, that's not technically their true place right now. Man, I hate when you get fastest lap. We were so close too. So everybody else is pitting this lap, which means two things. One, we're going to be catching them for real. And two, when they come out of the pits, if they want medium tires and with the hards, their tires are going to be cold and sketchy. My tires are nice and toasty. After a lap, and should be full of grip, or as much grip as they can be. No. We're reeling these guys in. The rest of the guys are going into the pits. Oh, wow. Crazy. Okay. That's why I say it's better to hang back, let them do whatever they're gonna do, and you know, instead of going for a move that I can't make or something like that, wait till I can, because you'll ruin your race, ruin somebody else's race. At a minimum, you'll lose time because you're fighting with somebody instead of just making a move and getting it done. Okay, so I can stay fourth there. Okay. All right, so right now we are truly in fourth. We've been pretty consistent. Just gotta stay focused. Yeah. That's what I was saying in the last race. That's why when I, you know, picked the wrong car and didn't get a chance to qualify and had the wrong tires and all this stuff, I didn't get, you know, like you said, excuses, you know, minus or nothing. That's why they let it get to me, because I'm, you know, looking at their times and my times, I knew kind of where I ranked. Oh, dang, I thought he had pitted already. Okay, so we have a podium right now, guys. We keep this together, 5 more laps, we will be on the podium. Now, yeah, so I believe Edu or EDUW pitted. I believe would have had to in order to be behind Simmer. Where did that come from? Gonna dive. Yes, he is. All right. So we got ourselves a little fight right here. So right now we'll just kind of see where he's weakest at. 4 laps to make up for it. I think the GTR is faster than my car in a straight line, but he's kind of all over the place. Okay, I'm gonna have to watch the replay. I feel like he's on mediums. I mean, because he's just like walking through for me. So, I mean, granted, I'm not running my normal pace, but I'm not that far off pace. That GTR, either he's on mediums or that GTR is just outright faster than me. He's just pulling on me. What's up, Bruno? So this one, unless he wrecks or something like that, yeah, he's cooking the GTR, man. So he's on mediums. Like, he's fast, but also instead of, as far as tires, going slow tire, going fast tire first, then slow tire, like everybody else did. He did slow tire first, and now he's on the fastest tire, while everybody else is on the slower tire. Which is, that's a strategy. I didn't pick it because I was so far back in the field, and everybody else was on the faster compound. I knew I needed to be on the faster compound too, just to kind of catch up with everybody and make up those places, which I think was still the best option or whatever. But he started out higher up in the rankings or whatever, in the placements. So if I would have qualified higher, I would have started out on the harder compound. And it's kind of, I fought to stay up there until later in the race, where I could switch to the faster compound like he did, and just literally the tire alone will take, I know at least a second or two off of your time. Like he had the fastest lap time before, which was like 148 something, and he's taking a second off of that almost, just from switching tires. Racing hards are getting worn out. Need to be aware of that. Whew. right, final lap. No idea how I set the fastest time for that sector on worn hard tires. Okay. Whew. He didn't pit. I knew I wasn't crazy. Okay, so what happened was the Rodri guy, not Rodri, EDUW. Remember I said I don't know if EDUW pitted already, right? Because remember I knew Sim Simba. I said Sim Simba pitted the same lap I pitted. We both pitted earlier than everybody else. We came out earlier. I saw him moving up, and EDUW was still up there for some reason. So what happened was he ended up getting a 2-minute penalty. I mean, 2-second penalty for not pitting. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, sir. Whew. I'll say that went as good as you could expect. It went as good as we could expect. We didn't qualify where we wanted to, but made the right choice as far as the tire compound. Went with the faster one first because we were in the back. I knew I had the pace on those guys, so I just focused on kind of carving my way up as much as I could on the faster compound. Yeah, that was beautiful. I'll save that replay. So I got 31 points as of right now. What are our options? So there are 2 more race times. So this is the dilemma, right? If we race again and I don't come in at least third, whatever place I come in, that'll be what goes in that's what gets recorded. If we just stop right now, then I have a 31 go in the books. I mean, I have a third go in the books. And as far as our ranking, local area, so as of right now, I'll have a 118 when this round ends, which puts me 4th in Alabama. Of course, that's not accounting for anybody else's points. I'll go out on a limb And I'll say they got us in 7th based on the fact that he has never gotten 31 points. Odds of him getting 31 points this time very low. I'm gonna be optimistic and say we at least overtake him, even if he races. Brian, it looks like, you know, if he races, he's good for at least 30 points, which means pretty much 6th on up. If we assume that they at least race, then unless something just terrible happens, it wouldn't be reasonable to expect to move up past 7th. So I'll say maybe we move up one slot if everybody else races. So yeah, for missing 2 races, I can't really complain. I honestly can't. Like the guy that's in number 1, he was cooking every race that he's been in. He did all the races, but it looks like he got at least 3rd. So the number of points that you can get, they're based on the other drivers around you. So like so the guy that's in 1st, right? He got 49 points. I would assume he came in 1st, but also he was racing against other B drivers. So with me racing against C drivers, they kind of cap the max number of points you can get because of the class of people you're racing against. And that way, like, you don't have somebody like tank their driver rating to be put in a group with slower drivers and then get 1st among slow drivers and still kind of compete for the most points. So it's really a smart way to manage that. So there's no value in being in a slower class, kind of overall. So yeah, that's what's up. I'm very pleased with that. I can't complain. Did say the replay. I don't know if there's anything that I want to look back on that happened in that race. Because originally I was going to look back and see when EDUW, when did he pit, but he didn't. So we got that podium. That was dope. I guess on to some new cars. We'll take a glance at these. So there's a time trial in this new what is it? Hyundai Elantra NTC 24. So we will go ahead and pick that guy. Racing Hards. Okay, we're gonna do Racing Hards, and we will take it for a spin. So this is a time trial. So they kind of have like the world record, the fastest guy, some guy in Britain. He's taking his car around the Nürburgring 24-hour layout in 8 minutes and 48 seconds. So that's pretty smooth. If we come within 3% of his time, which would be 904, then we get 2 mil. With 915, we get 1 mil. If we come in the top 10%, we'll get 250,000. But really, I just want to, hop in this car and just see how it drives. This is one of the new cars that was released in the update that came out yesterday. Yesterday or Thursday, one of the two. So what we'll do is we'll hop out here and just kind of take a look at the car, externally. Okay, feels cool. So this is a front wheel drive, front engine car. It's Group 4, which means it's really like a road car with some, you know, roll cage, aero pieces, weight reduction. Ooh, a little turbo. I like that. So what we'll do right now, I'm gonna pop on the VR headset and we will kind of take a look at the interior of it a little deeper. Oh, okay. It helps if I plug it up. Let's see. Oh no. All right. Whew. All right, try this again. Now, these lenses are terrible. So one thing I want to make sure I can do is I want to make sure I still have audio when I put the headset on. I can't remember if y'all do or not. Ugh. I want to make sure I can still hear y'all chat. Cool. So this was sort of this was like the most difficult thing to get set up to where I can be in VR and I can hear the text to speech from the computer and still have y'all get audio as well. Like that took forever to figure out. I think I got to figure it out for right now. So we'll see. But we are in. Hold on, let me. PlayStation settings. Okay. All right, so this is dope. So yeah, pretty much on the inside, it's like a real race car. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go like full immersion mode. So we're gonna cut off everything. So we are in the car. So we got the battery over there. Out a little bit. So this is a group 4 car. So they pretty much strip out the inside, put in roll cage. They've got some emergency safety stuff in here. The roll cage, harness. We got our mirror. We can see a little bit. Make sure I'm not hitting the mic. I need a better. It failed. Okay, whatever. We're not racing. It's all right. Oh yeah, this mug is torquey. And I guess y'all let me know if y'all want to see me do more races in VR. I'm kind of not self-conscious about racing in VR, but kind of worried about how it looks to y'all. This front wheel drive car, man, it's crazy. It's crazy that they made front wheel drive race cars at all. Yes, sir. Hey, what's up, Iris? Appreciate it, bro. If you get a chance, watch that race. I qualified like P12. We really had to kind of be intentional with the strategy and be kind of careful with our decision making. But yeah, I was more than happy with that. More than happy. This much torque. Knocked over the mic. This much torque in a front wheel drive car is kind of crazy. This right here, right quick. Hey, appreciate it. That's my goal. Have to cook a little bit. All right. So I'll come back and do that time trial later. But I just want to take a look at the new car. So that was the Hyundai. We will look at this this Xiaomi EV. So if you're not familiar with Xiaomi, they are a Chinese phone manufacturer. Well, they're a Chinese electronics manufacturer by trade. But they decided they wanted to make EVs. So they made some, and they are crazy. Yeah, they're insane. So 1,500 horsepower in this car, all-wheel drive. This particular version. This is their ultra version. So 1,500 horsepower, 5,200 pounds. Right, all-wheel drive, triple motor. Right now, it has the fastest Nürburgring time of any EV. Also, it has like a little party trick mode with the suspension, so it has adjustable air suspension in real life anyway, and you can actually like make it like hop off the ground. So let's look at the interior of this guy. Yeah, Xiaomi, they made them spend some money with this interior. Is this? Oh, so the center dash works. Oh shit. Hold on, let me turn on the info real quick. So, can I modify anything in here? I can do traction, turn off my blinker. So this has always been one issue with Gran Turismo is a lot of their, like some of their like in-car stuff works. It's realistic. What's the overtake button? Do I have an overtake button? Okay, that's overtake. So it's got a boost button too, which is crazy. It's also just weird not having any gears. Oh, this mug does not stop. Okay. So all we can change is traction control. No other modes. All right. I mean, I'd say that's enough. Put the race stuff on. Okay, so at least the track timer works. And this is Monza. I'm terrible at Monza, so I'm just going to try to get around the track a little bit. So this car in real life also has like torque vectoring. So it'll use so when you're steering in real life, when you're steering the car, it'll actually like distribute power to the motors to help like accelerate the inside tires to like give you more grip, or like put power to more tires while you're steering to kind of increase rotation and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, it's a beast for sure. Looks good. I like the steering wheel. Yeah, you know what? This isn't a good test of this car. We're not going to disrespect it like that. We are going to put some real tires on here, and we're going to go to the Nürburgring. We're not even gonna mess around. And yeah, this would be the best. This would be the best option right here. So I'm going to go to the Nürburgring and do a time trial, and that way we can test this and also the new Porsche as well on the Nürburgring. So yeah. tourist layout. Less, yeah. I don't know if I knew that they had they added the tourist layout. Hmm. And we are going to, like I said, put some real tires on here. Okay, well, in my mind, I'm like, we can actually modify some stuff and take it and kind of do like some weight reduction, put some stiffer suspension on here, all that stuff. But we're gonna start with the tires. I want to see kind of how it drives stock. I keep on the downshift. So it's heavy, but even with even just with real tires, because that trial I was just doing, it didn't have my goodness. This thing does not want to stop at all. All right. Now I'll say accelerating this mug, it moves. Like not having those gears from the engine to give you extra rotation and kind of having to rely all pretty much on your steering and braking and weight transfer is kind of wild. I'm terrified. I should have been. Yeah. That was appropriate. For me to be terrified, it was appropriate. Okay, so I like that that's working. Is that time accurate? No, it's not accurate. So it's accurate for in-game, but it's not accurate in real life. That kind of sucks. Wow, this car is crazy. I just jumped back there. I don't think I've ever jumped a car back there. Not one that wasn't like crazy tuned. Oh. Whew. This sounds like an amazing like microwave. Oh. Got away from me. Okay. The Xiaomi is cool. I'll probably do a build with I'll see what other brake options they have. I don't even know if like carbon ceramic brakes will help that at all. This is what the exterior of it looks like. Like I said, it sounds like a top tier microwave. It scoots, bro. This thing, 4-wheel drive, 1500 horsepower. It hauls ass. But it is a struggle. And I won't bore y'all with the with the wrecks and all that stuff. All right, on to the last new car right quick, which is the Porsche. Where are you? Let's see. Oh no, GT3R992 3. Yeah. Oh man, this brings back memories. So, first off, the steering wheel that's in this car, I've actually held it in real life. It's crazy, like it's pretty dope. They actually have one you can buy for your sim rig, and this looks like a Porsche. This is a Group 3 car, so a little bit more crazy of a race car. I like the big rearview mirror, even though I'm not exactly sure what is, unless that's like a video camera or something. I don't know how it's seeing that, but whatever, I don't care. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's dope. So when I turn on the hazards, they show up on the button box right there. What about the wipers? All right. And flashing the lights. Blinkers. That's dope. What else? Oh, let's see what options we got. We should have full like race options. So okay, yeah, we got brake bias. I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 to the front, out the gate. And we got TC as well. That's cool. Oh my goodness, this is dope. So, like I said in the Xiaomi, one of the things that Gran Turismo gets kind of a knock on is the dash doesn't accurately represent stuff in the car. But if you look, I don't know how to show y'all where I'm looking, but if you look at the dash, look at the bottom left corner, you see the little Porsche symbol. Look to the right and up, you see that little red box? That is traction control. Over the center console, I'm adjusting the traction control, right? Look at that red box. It's accurately showing me the traction control, right? It's a very like high level, like large number, because in real life you have, you know, very fine details you can change about that. But that's dope. So the brake bias actually works too on the dash. Let's go. Let's go. I love it. I love it. That is dope. Is there anything else that I can adjust in here? It's not. Oh, before we go, I'm gonna put some softs on here. racing sauce right quick. I'm already excited. I love this. Yeah, that's how it looks like. When I got that black color, it looks like a fucking Batmobile. All right, so some racing softs. Yeah, I know what I didn't do. I didn't actually put the racing sauce on the Xiaomi. All right, don't laugh at me. All right, let's see what we got. Okay. I love this dash. Oh yeah. Oh, I love all the lights. Yeah, I love this. The display that's in here. We can almost take that flat out on cold tires. Oh yeah, this car is. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. To the front upper gate. Oh yeah, I can't wait. I need the next daily race to be with this car on the Norris Light. I need that. Oh, a little spicy. So this is normal, but it's almost like a cheat code. So the lights on the dash, like, you get so much information. You get so much information. Oh. So out the gate, just looking at the dash, you get indicators when you lose traction, right? The blue lights on both sides, so these lights right there, that's letting me know that traction control is engaging. That is like immediately, like just a little visual bright cue while I'm racing, where I know, like, okay, you getting into it. You kind of asking for more than you got right now. You get into the traction control already. Your tires don't really have that. And once they and then it's got that force feel where it's just like you just kind of point it and it goes. But then also the bright, rev limiter bars across the top too. Jump. Oh man. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a fun car to race, man. I saw some people talking about this car, like, oh, it's slow and the handle wheel. Like, I don't know what they're on. I don't know if there's a difference between this car on controller or wheel, and right now I'm just kind of throwing them around. But in VR, this is one of the best VR race games right now. I mean, even, yeah, the visibility, that's always kind of an issue in VR. Like, I don't know, this is gonna be interesting. I feel like I'm kind of lazy right now, but this is glaze worthy. It really is. Six gears. Oh, this is where we die. Ah, whew. Ouch. Yeah, we definitely be dead there. I forgot this was I didn't know. I feel crazy because I didn't know that they had the tourist version on here. When did they add this? I feel crazy. Okay, so it's not as realistic as the one in Evo, but you do. Hey, what's up, man? But you do get to drive through the little turnstiles. Yeah, I like it. I say it's a successful update. Definitely. But man, don't go ahead and hop off. Act like I gotta get up in the morning. Get this headset off. Oof. Oh man. Yeah, this was great. This is one of those days where, it really is really dope. It's really dope. Everything kind of came together. Got some good racing in. Got to drive some cool cars. Yeah, this car is a beast. Another thing too, I'm doing all this. Granted, I got a whole bunch of extra stuff, but I'm doing all of this on a $399 PS5. Like, I can pop on the VR headset, drive in VR flawlessly, take it off, go back to flat screen while I'm live streaming. And it looks this good. Look at that car. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I like watching myself race. Like, it felt like I was going that fast in the headset. Like, I just want to say, if you're looking at like the front of the car, like, look at the headlights. Every time you see the headlights bounce, that's because the track isn't perfectly smooth. So like, you feel that like in the steering wheel, like this track is not just perfectly flat. So on top of being just long and changed elevations and having some everything, this is my favorite track because it just requires so much to get around it. Like all of those bumps, you're feeling that like the wheel is, you're having to fight with it to keep it straight. Just a pull appeal. And we took a little off-road, right there. Testing out the suspension. Into the carousel. This car, bro. I'm falling in love, I'm not gonna lie. Like yeah, this car is crazy. Yeah, I got a little wild right there, but snap, yeah. Yeah, that was crazy. I'm just gonna say that I might grab some little clips from it, but yeah, man, like I said, GT7 owes me nothing tonight. I've been on for how long have I been streaming? I don't know, a couple of hours, but I did some everything. Raced some people online, drove an EV, went on a North Slifer. I'm ecstatic, man. But yeah, appreciate. I know we did have one new subscriber. Appreciate you guys stopping through and showing me some love. And we're gonna keep doing this thing, man. If you could leave a like, also, and somebody who's interested in racing or maybe a sim or something like that. Shoot them the channel. If y'all got any questions or topics y'all want to ask about, hit me up as well. But until next time, we'll talk to y'all, man. Peace.